wanna show you how I feel. My love, it's my heart that you steal. And I can't help falling, falling, falling for you. You shine brighter than the stars in the sky. I am yours and I know you are mine. You're the one I wanna be next to. I want to live in that light. My love, you shine so bright. You shine so bright.
My name is Brad Allison, and I was lucky enough to be the best man. I've known Chris since before preschool, and I've grown to think of Chris like a brother. By the time we turned 14 or 15, Chris had moved to his Mima's basement. This was a big deal because Chris basically had his own apartment. We would play games, shoot basketball, terrorize the neighborhood, talk about girls, and search the web. At the time, dial-up was the fastest thing around. If you can imagine hearing the dial-up just going off, take forever. Sometimes you would hear Mima pick up the phone and say, "Hello? Hello? Christopher? Are you on the phone?" Chris's Mima still calls him to this day, Christopher. After high school, Chris went off to UNC Charlotte, started working on his bachelor's in engineering. Soon after college, Chris got his dream job in Virginia at NASA, and me and Chris had the opportunity to share an apartment together. A few years later, Chris introduced me to Kathryn, and I could just tell how happy Chris was to be with her. At the time, Kathryn was finishing up college and soon found a new job in Portland. There was no question for Chris but to pick up and shoot across country as fast as he could, leaving his dream job. I believe it's because Chris had found his forever. Now they are and forever will be Mr. and Mrs. Chris Lynn. I'm so happy for both of you guys. I love you guys. Congratulations.
You wrote out cards. Number 1, you are my best friend. Number 2, I have finally found someone that loves peanut butter as much as me. Number 7, your wonderful family, Mom. Number 10, you are the one I owe who I am today to you.
Kathryn is one of those people that it's really rare these days, I feel like, to find someone who's so sweet and genuine. And you know, you go up and you ask someone how their day is, and it's kind of just one of those things that you ask when you're passing by, but I feel like she genuinely really means it and cares and wants to know how you're doing. And she remembers just all those little details that you'll tell her in passing, and she just wants to know more about you, and she really truly cares about you. And I've been really fortunate to have that as a friend, and Chris now gets that for the rest of his life.
As I look around and see family and friends to celebrate this special occasion for Kathryn and Chris, it makes me feel proud as a father, and I appreciate and thank you very much for coming to this occasion. Kathryn, you look beautiful in your dress. It actually reminds me of when my wife and I got married. We've been married for over 30 years, and she is truly my love and life. And Kathryn, I hope you have just as good of a life as I've had.
Kathryn, my love, as I stand here today looking across at you, my beautiful bride, I am amazed at how lucky of a man I am. The way you look at me is what I have always yearned for. Your eyes brighten my day and give me both hope and excitement for our future. Standing here, I'm able to clearly look forward into the future, What a journey we have been on the past 3.5 years. I will forever be grateful that you are the one that took the first step. At the onset of our very first date, we have driven each other. We've inspired each other to follow our dreams and to not settle for complacency. You continue to amaze me with your brilliant mind, your gentle heart, your amazing self-confidence, your drive to never stop learning, your ability to break things down to their simplest elements, and your inquisitive mind that is always looking for answers and always asking those important and difficult questions. You stepped into my life at the perfect moment. Not knowing it at the time, you opened my eyes to a whole new world that I had previously refused to acknowledge.
Keith Christopher Lynn, today I give myself to you in this marriage. I vow to always be faithful and true. I vow to be strong when times are tough and happy when times are good. I vow to laugh with you most of the time, but to sometimes laugh at you.
That's fair.
I vow to listen to your advice. I vow to always cheer you on in your successes. I vow to cherish you and to respect you. I vow to be forgiving. I vow to care for you. I vow to not be too critical or nagging for both of our sakes. I vow to be encouraging to you when you need to pick me up. You are my rock that grounds me in this storm that is life. Therefore, I pledge to be that person for you. You are my #1 superhero, even though I sometimes compare you to Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, or Chris Hemsworth. You are so gentle and so kind, even when the days are hard. You are my best friend. And after all this, I make my final vow to you this day. I vow to always love you until the end of time.
Thank you. I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Christopher Lynn.
You showed me that it is not only okay, but necessary to make decisions in life that make you happy. And you have walked by my side, encouraging me to do that every single day since. You inspire me to be a better man. I do it for me. I do it for us. Everything I have done and will forever do is for us. Since that very first date, I have waited for today to tell you that I love you, to tell you that I can't wait to grow old with you. I promise to always support you. I promise to always tell you how much I love you every morning and every evening. I promise to support every decision you make. I promise to always prioritize our finances. I promise to always buy you chocolate in sickness and in health. I promise to always listen to you. And I promise to always put you first, even above Duke basketball. So in front of all of our friends and family here today, and to those that are here with us in spirit, I, Chris Lynn, vow to always love you, cry with you, example, listen to your every word, learn along your side, and forever love you with every fiber of my being. Lastly, I promise that forever and always, you will have my heart.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie. I met Kathryn our first year in grad school. I guess I don't specifically remember how exactly we met each other. It kind of just was always a natural, immediate friendship. On the other hand, his I remember very distinctly. So he comes over and we're playing this game, Mario Kart, for anyone who knows it. And I had these Jello shots in the fridge, and at some point Chris just kind of walks away and he comes back and I was like, oh hey, while you're up, will you grab me a Jello shot? And he's like, I can't. I was like, why not? And he's like, because I just finished them in the kitchen. And that's when I immediately knew I was gonna like the guy.
Kathryn and Chris, huh? It is now my honor and privilege to introduce Chris and Kathryn
And I came and saw you guys in Oregon last year. And something that I just really appreciate about your relationship is that you have the ability to be individuals and do things on your own. But at the end of the day, you just have so much love for each other and you want to come back to each other and be together. And I find that very sweet.
Now, both of these guys are very passionate about cooking, so who's the better cook? Whoa! All right, who's the messiest? Oh! Let's see, last one. Who do you love the most in the whole wide world?
I met Chris in high school. He ended up helping me get a job at Ford. We both worked together. But what's cool is Chris helped me get my job back. I left the job 6 or 9 months later. I needed another job. And Chris convinced our boss to help hire me back. I think that speaks a lot to what Chris is. Chris, I think, is one of the most modest, humble people I've ever met in my life. I think you'll be able to recognize or think about one thing that each of you have had Chris do something in your lives. And to me, that has always resounded with me. So what I want to do is each one of you raise your glass, just toast to them, to a happy, wonderful marriage. Love you both, and best of wishes.
Best of luck to the two of you. All I want to tell you is that if you ever want to get him hot and bothered, crawling from the foot of the bed, he likes it.